Walk up to him. Whatever they asked him, Z the Wizard stole off one of them. Next thing you know, they start fighting. Dude that was with the suspect, he pull out a blick, start shooting at the whole.
Wiz one of the ones. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get to talk. My nigga Wiz one of the ones. Z the Wizard. One of the ones.
Really love between these crews. We're really trying to do something new and positive with this new generation. You can see the caption says Big X the Plug and Z the Wizard in Dallas for new. You can see, you know, it seemed like a celebratory move. So as you heard him say, he said they shot Z in the head. What the F?
That was him on the floor.
I think the last thing you hear him say is that.
Everyone, we appreciate you all the love y'all got for Z. There has been misinformation floating around. As of now, Z is still fighting, praying that he bounces back and on full recovery. I'm hearing that he's still in critical condition.
The clip didn't even last 10 seconds, but it shook the entire internet. Big X the Plug, standing in a pink-lit parking lot, orange jacket on, voice cracking as the words fell out of his mouth. They shot Z in the head. That moment spread faster than any song, faster than any blog post, faster than the truth. Within hours, timelines were flooded with RIP posts, broken heart emojis, and people saying goodbye to a rapper who, at that very moment, was still breathing. And that's where this story really begins. Because what happened at a Dallas club on New Year's Day 2026 wasn't just another shooting. It exposed how fragile success can be, how dangerous hometown fame gets, and how the internet can bury someone before the facts even surface. But to understand why this moment hit so hard, you have to understand who was in that building. Big X the Plug wasn't just another rapper pulling up for a club appearance. By late 2025, he was one of the hottest names to ever come out of Dallas. His track Texas had gone gold, stacking hundreds of millions of streams. He wasn't boxed into one sound either. He was linking with country artists, blending Southern trap with Nashville vibes, and expanding his reach far beyond the streets. Meanwhile, Z the Wizard was right at the edge of his breakthrough. Raised in Oak Cliff, Z had turned setbacks into fuel. A sports injury ended his athletic dreams, but music became his second chance. By 2024, he was dropping gritty, motivational records that spoke directly to survival, discipline, and getting it out the mud. Songs like Boss N and Chevy weren't just tracks, they were proof of momentum. Then came the moment every independent artist dreams of. In August 2025, Z the Wizard signed to Future's Free Bands label. That deal wasn't just a contract, it was validation. Industry insiders started calling him next up. Cosigns rolled in. Dallas Observer named him one of the top rappers to watch. Everything was lining up. And both of these artists were tied together by something bigger than music. Dallas had been bleeding talent for years. The loss of Mo3 in 2020 didn't just hurt fans, it fractured the entire scene. Allegations, beefs, and division followed, leaving artists picking sides instead of building together. That's why the New Dallas movement mattered. It was a response to the chaos. A group of young rappers from different neighborhoods, some with real history, deciding to move differently. No sliding, no beef records, just unity, collaboration, and pushing the city forward. Z the Wizard was one of the faces of that movement. So when Pink House Dallas announced its grand opening on New Year's Eve 2025, the night felt symbolic. New year, new venue, new energy, two major artists in the building, a celebration of everything the city was trying to become. Early footage showed exactly that. Zai throwing money, Big X holding down a section, bottles popping, dancers working, and the crowd feeding off the energy. It looked like a movie. The kind of night artists talk about when they say they love their city. But Dallas nights have a way of flipping fast. Around 3:45 a.m. on January 1st, police got calls about shots fired near the Pink House parking lot. By the time officers arrived, the scene was already cleared. What they found instead were shell casings and chaos. 5 people had been hit. One of them was Z the Wizard. According to his family, he'd been struck multiple times, including a critical head injury. He was rushed to the hospital and placed on life support almost immediately. While doctors fought to stabilize him, the internet did what it always does. It guessed. Eyewitness stories flooded social media, each more extreme than the last. Some said an argument broke out after someone allegedly got robbed. Others claimed fists started flying before someone pulled a pole and started letting it rip. There were rumors about crossfire, shooters running back to cars, even whispers of friendly fire. None of it was confirmed. Dallas PD stayed tight-lipped. No suspects named, no motive released. Just one official detail. The shooting started after an altercation, and then the footage surfaced. BigXThaPlug, visibly shaken, trying to process what he'd just seen. No rapper persona, no tough talk, just raw shock. That reaction became the image tied to the entire incident. And while the clip went viral, something darker happened almost immediately. People started saying Z was gone. Before police could even release a statement, before doctors could update the family, the internet had already decided the ending. By sunrise, RIP posts were everywhere. Timelines filled up with candle emojis, broken hearts, and captions saying, "Another one lost." Blogs rushed out headlines. TikToks popped up mourning him. His name started trending, not for his music, not for his deal, not for his rise, but for the worst possible reason. Meanwhile, inside the hospital, reality looked nothing like social media. Z's family wasn't scrolling, they weren't posting, they were sitting in waiting rooms, staring at machines, listening to doctors explain injuries no parent should ever have to hear about. While strangers online were saying goodbye, his loved ones were holding on to hope. And on top of everything else, they were forced into damage control. They had to fight two battles at once. Montana 700, one of Z's closest collaborators and a key figure in the New Dallas movement, stepped in to shut the rumors down. Z was still alive, still fighting, still on life support. His message was clear, respectful, and urgent. Pray for him. Stop spreading cap. But the corrections never moved like the lie did. By January 3rd, WFAA confirmed what the family had been saying all along. Z the Wizard was still hospitalized in critical condition. He wasn't gone, but the chaos didn't stop. Dallas police increased security around the hospital as fans and random onlookers tried to pull up. Even extended family members were turned away. Officers had to manage crowds while doctors tried to do their jobs. Artists close to Z took to social media with the same plea. Stop flooding the hospital. Stop speculating. Let the doctors work. Let the family breathe. At the same time, another controversy sparked online. Pink House Dallas caught heavy backlash after posting about how much money dancers made that night. The same night, 5 people were shot, and 1 performer was fighting for his life. The post felt tone-deaf to many. People questioned the club's security, their priorities, and how a brand new venue let things spiral so badly on its very first night open. And the speculation didn't end there. Some started asking an uncomfortable question. What if Z wasn't the intended target at all? BigXThaPlug's name rang louder. His presence carried more weight. If someone wanted attention or a statement, going at the biggest name in the room would have made sense. But again, that was just speculation. What was clear was this. A night meant to celebrate progress had turned into another reminder of how fragile the rap game can be in Dallas. The city has always had talent. Always. But history keeps repeating itself. Success at home comes with baggage, old tensions, expectations, and people who don't want to see you win. Industry voices pointed out the uncomfortable truth. In hip-hop, rappers are expected to live what they rap. Actors can play criminals, and nobody expects them to be one. Rappers talk about the streets, and suddenly it's a requirement. Z the Wizard wasn't chasing chaos. He was coaching kids, mentoring youth, and focused on growth. But none of that matters when bullets start flying. Clubs don't check your intentions. The streets don't care about your message. And as the days passed, the biggest questions still had no answers. Would Z pull through? Would arrests be made? Would the New Dallas movement survive this test, or fall apart like the scenes that came before it? Those questions still don't have clear answers. All that remained constant was the clip. BigXThaPlug, standing there in shock, saying words that millions replayed like content. While for him, it was real life unfolding in real time. No edits, no captions, no context, just a moment that changed everything. A celebration ended in gunfire. A rising artist fought for his life. And the internet, as it always does, moved on. Ready for the next headline, the next clip, the next tragedy. But for the people living it, this wasn't viral. It was everything. And stories like this matter because they're more than just moments on a screen. They're warnings. They're reflections of a culture that celebrates the rise but rarely protects the artist once the cameras turn on. They show how fast success can turn dangerous, especially at home, and how real lives get reduced to pixels and reposts before the truth even settles. If Z the Wizard's story teaches us anything, it's that behind every viral clip is a family waiting in silence, a circle of friends holding their breath, and a future hanging in the balance. If you want updates as this story develops, and deeper breakdowns of the moments shaping hip-hop culture right now, Make sure you're subscribed. Tap the like button if you made it this far, and check out the next video on your screen for another story you won't hear told this way anywhere else.